Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Welcome to Qwilr Design class, where we unlock the power of the web through visual storytelling. My name is Irene, and I am part of Qwilr's digital design team, and I'll be your instructor for today. So before we begin, I would like to note that this design class assumes your basic familiarity with Qwilr. If you're new to it, no worries. Feel free to stay for valuable tips and afterward consider watching our Qwilr 101 on-demand webinar for a comprehensive introduction to the basic. Over the next hour, we'll explore how to make our Qwilr pages look great by using icons, snippets, and block styles in your pages. Since we only have 1 hour of our design class, we will break the majority for the demo and the remaining for the live Q&A. We have some housekeeping items that we'd like to mention before we start our design class. So first is, where can I post my questions? Your questions can be posted on our chat box, and we have our fellow designers here who will be answering your questions. Can I turn on and off my video? By default, your camera is turned off. My mic is mute or my mic is muted. How do we unmute it? Your microphone will be muted for the next 40 minutes to ensure a smooth webinar and we don't interrupt our instructor. So let's start by defining what Qwilr is. So Qwilr is a design or a modern sales proposal software. But that's not all. Qwilr also represents a modern way to sell. And with Qwilr, you can create customized and engaging sales materials, ultimately impressing prospective clients by simply sharing a URL instead of dealing with numerous bulky attachments. As I mentioned earlier, I am part of Qwilr's digital design team. So what do we do as the digital design team of Qwilr? We are a team that specializes in transforming your documents into visually stunning and interactive Qwilr pages to help you stand out and leave a lasting impression on your clients and stakeholders. So before we start, to remind everyone, if you have any questions, please feel free to send them anytime on our chat box. And you don't have to wait for our design class to finish before sending your questions. So let's move to the next part of our design class, which is the demo. So before we dive into the demo, let me give you a quick overview of the widgets we'll be working with today so you have a clear picture of everything we're going to cover in this session. So I have prepared here a architectural design proposal template that we'll be using for the demo. And inside this, we have the widgets that we'll be using. So the first one is the snippets. So these are pre-built group of widgets that are you can easily drag and drop into the block, and it has executive summaries, frequently asked questions, team introductions, and call to action areas in just a few clicks, as you can see here in the GIF. The second one is the block style. So each block comes with general styling options, which you can find in the top left corner here. And as you can see here in the GIF, you can just click the style library and you can see all the available style tiles that can be used throughout their proposal. I will also show you how to save your style and reuse it for the other parts of your template. The third one is the icons. So icons are a quick way to add visual interest to your Qwilr pages. So we don't need to upload any images. You can just choose from our built-in icon library, as you can see here, and you can customize the type, color, and size to match your brand. So these icons can be placed anywhere, including the column widget and the accordion widgets, and can be also used to style the bullet lists. So let's kick things off with our first block here. What we're going to do here is to find a snippet from the library, drag and drop it into our icon, or drag and drop it into our block, then edit the layout to make it our own. So I'm going to walk you through step by step, so you don't have to worry if it's your first time doing this. So for the demo, I have the block already set up here, or my content. What I'm going to do is to click the library icon here, and on the Explore tab, you can see the snippets. And then I'm going to use this executive summary part for my introduction. So just like what I've said earlier, I'm just going to drag and drop it here. And all of the content are already on our block. So now it's my time to actually remove the placeholder text here so I can put my content or replace my content. So I'm just gonna delete it here and drag that there. Same goes with here. So already been replaced. I've also prepared an image that I can use here since we are creating an architectural design proposal. So I'm just gonna swap my image here and use this one. Another tool that you can use is to crop the image, as you can see fit here, because I just wanted to show this drawing of a house. So there you go. Once I'm done editing with the layout, I'm actually going to replace the background color to a beige color here. And also going to change the color to green, of a darker green. Don't forget to update our style here. So once I'm happy with my block here, I'm going to go to the style library and click on the create new style. And then maybe I can put beige background style here. Then I'm going to add to library. So now I can reuse that style library into other blocks. So now on our second block, I'm going to reuse it by going to the style library again, scroll down to the page background. So as you can see, I have the same colors, styles now. And then moving on to our third block, which is the priorities. In here, I'm going to add icons to make this more dynamic, and also apply a pre-saved style block on this on our priorities section. So I'm going to click on style library again. I think I'm gonna use this green style. Then it's already updated. And then I'm going to add my icons here. So I'm going to change this into home. And then what I do, or as a shortcut, is I click on this drag tool here and click on duplicate. So I have two icons, and then I'm just gonna drag it over to the other part. So they have the icons ready to be replaced with their corresponding icons. So I'm just gonna do it again, and also on this one. So in here, I'm going to change it into, let's say, a handyman icon. And then for this one, maybe something like a nature or something like that. And then this one, maybe some landscape for. And then I think I'm going to change the icon color to the same one here. So I'm just gonna click on the eye drop tool and let's see. I think it's a bit darker, so I'm just gonna eh, um pick another color. And yeah, it's the same one. And then I want to have all of the icons with the same color, so I'm just gonna click it here and update the style modification so it's all with the same color here. Next is I want to change the green background into a textured one. So perhaps I can go to background, image, and then I have a pre-saved texture um green eye background here. So since I want to reuse this one again, I will have to update my style library or the style that I used here with the green background. So I'm going to click on the three dots here and then publish to library. So every time I will use that style block, it's gonna have this green background or green textured background instead of just the green color. So moving on, we're going to create a section for our team members here. So for our demo purposes, I have already set up all of the content needed. So what I'm gonna do is to find a snippet where it's on our team section. So I'm gonna go with the library and then explore and then snippets again. But I'm going to find the team section and I'll use this one. Just drag and drop wherever. And then I'm going to update or I'm going to drag my content over here and remove this one and remove this one as well. And so our team, or maybe perhaps, I think I'm gonna go with the green color as well. Yeah. So we have our team section here already completed, but I need to replace the images. So I'm just gonna drop also the images that I have prepared and remove the placeholder ones. And I'm just gonna do it again here, as well as their names. So just drag and drop it onto the columns. And also I think I'm going to have a line break here, which is much easier to or much cleaner for the layout. Um, I also want to use the beige color that we have prepared earlier. So there you go. It's already just one click and everything also or our block style has been updated. So for the last part here, I'm actually we're coming back again to the style block, but this time we'll be working with the splash block we used earlier on our title. So I'm going to navigate it here. And just like what we did earlier, I'm going to um click on the background and see if everything is updated. So for the colors, body text, white, So everything is on its place. So I'm going to click again the create new style and maybe something like a background style. Add to library. Going back to this part. So everything is already, so everything is simple or has a simple block, but I'm going to create or I'm going to reuse the background style here. So there you go. It's already styled with just one quick or with just one click. I think I'm also going to add a icon right at the top just to make the template more cohesive. Something like a handshake, perhaps, since we're excited for the potential work. So there you go. And before we actually end this live demo, I'm going to have a quick recap on how to add tokens in our template. So I will have to remove my video here just to show you which part of our editor that you need to click. So, okay. So now we're going to navigate it to, or the create template is on the top right corner, as you can see here. So I'm going to click create template and then also create template here. So it's now been created and now ready to be edited. So we will edit it right away. So let's just rename it as template or for now. And then we have our variables ready here. So you can click it and then all of the preset variables have been already added. So with this one, with the client name, we have our corresponding one in our variable. So I'm just gonna drag and drop it here and remove the placeholder text. Same goes with the date. Gonna drag and drop it here. Just gonna remove the so another shortcut that I'd like to use when adding tokens is that you can click double curly bracket and then add client. Another tip is also just copy and pasting it whenever I see the client name on the proposal. And then let's see if there's something down here. No. And then for example, if the variables have not been added, for example, our project manager name, we're going to add it by clicking variables again. And we're going to add a variable right here. So for example, project manager name. So add and then senior architect name here. And then lastly is the interior designer name. So now we can actually add their tokens here. So for the shortcut, like I've told you earlier, project manager name, senior architect name, interior. So, yep. Now that all the tokens have been added, we can now create a page out of this template. So what we're gonna do is click on create page, and then we're gonna add the tokens here. So the client name, for example, will be Qwilr. The date would be May 28, 2026. Then the project name would be, for example, Leica. Senior architect is Iris. And then, for example, my name would be the interior designer name. And then continue. So for this one, since it's for Qwilr, maybe we can put for Qwilr. Then actual this after architectural design proposal, and then remove the template, and then click on create page. And yeah, there you go. You can see that it's been added here all over. Yeah, we're gonna add the space there. Color. So everything has been added here. And that's it for our demo. Um, I hope you were able to catch anything that you will be using in your proposals moving forward. So let's move on to the next part of our session, which is the live Q&A. And I'll be reading the questions we have on our chat box.